Hello, welcome back. Thank you all for coming to my channel today, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting, and hitting the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, that's your choice too. Anyway, the topic today is our Earth is transitioned into 5D. So many people are awakening, and so much is going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, but it's all very positive. So I'm here to tell you all is so much better than it seems. So before I go on, I got another poetic message for all of you, which I will read first. And the poem is entitled 5D Earth. Our Earth has ascended to 5D. As our skies open up for us all to see, full-blown rainbow colors healing us all, awakening those that sleep so they won't fall, but all feeling the love, helping all to rise above the mundane lives we have all believed into a world of pure love, peace, and the utmost harmony, where we join together one by one with no agendas like before. We freely walk this planet together forevermore. We truly understand oneness too. No more outbursts or feeling blue. Every day we become more alive than the day before. As each day passes, we awaken even more, remembering all we need to know. We each found our truth, whereas now our planet lights up to a golden glow. Our whole world will open up to see all those who reside in peace, love, and harmony. The biggest party yet to see, finally feeling alive and being free. There is a lot to rejoice as long as you follow your heart, stay positive, and only focus on yourself. So you want to steer your focus away from what's outside of you, and don't follow others or look up to others. It's never ever about what anyone else thinks or believes or says or does, or even their education, because education doesn't mean you're awake. Education doesn't mean that you know the truth of life. So who knows that? You. And how do you know it? By asking yourself, finding your heart, feeling your heart, and only listening to your guidance, which comes through your heart. Sometimes your ego wants to step in, so you don't want that to happen either. So when you realize what is truth and what is ego, then you can release the E and let that all go. It's not or never should be others controlling you because you think they are better than you. It's only and always about you, how you feel, period. That other thinking is third paradigm. So if you're around someone who's controlling or tells you how you should be or what's going to happen for you, that person is more focused on controlling you than you knowing what you need to do for yourself. So let that go and ask your own questions. Trust yourself. Follow yourself and believe that you know what's best for you, and you don't need other people to tell you that. it's a really good time if you're positive. So I've said it many, many, many times before. Go back to your childhood. Look at the sky and look at the clouds. The clouds has all kinds of elementals, faces, messages, signs, entertainment. They entertain you too. And the more you focus on yourself, the more you go back to finding your truth and following only your guidance, the higher you go in vibration and in frequency. And when you keep raising your frequency, then more of the universe opens up to you. It becomes even more magical than it is right now. If you don't see the magic, then you're focusing on negativity, because there's only like, this earth has two worlds right in it. There's the negative side and the positive side. If you stay on the negative side, you keep yourself down, low, depressed, open to negativity, to feeling bad, depressed, or you forget all of that. Now, true, our past is still coming up. Some of the negativity of our past comes up, and it's only because it's still inside your body. And if you thought you released it, you didn't. So don't get into a situation where you start to feel guilty or upset about some of the choices that you made, and realize that everything that's happened to you was supposed to happen. The choices that you made were your choices, and so you accept it, even if it led you down a path of despair. Trust me, we've all made choices that led us down a path of despair, but it's not to beat yourself up over, because that is the past. Look at yourself now, how much you've grown, how much you've learned. You could go and say, today I know more than I did yesterday. Today I know more than I did a year ago. So obviously today you would have made completely different choices, but it doesn't matter, because those choices led you to where you are today. So they're gone, over with. We don't want to ever focus on our past. We only want to live in the present moment only. Time isn't real, and we don't worry about the future. Now, a lot of you have gotten back into that. And why? Because of the virus. And the virus is in your face because people are awakening, and the people who put the virus in your face are afraid of losing their control. Trust me, they've lost a lot of it, most of it. But there's always people who hang on to the drama and the fear. The good news is more people are not hanging on to the drama or fear. But that's why it's there, to keep your energy low, to keep you down, to keep you depressed, for control issues. That's the only reason they do this. So ignore it. Just ignore it. Just to let you know, I've had some very interesting experiences. I always do. Now, I know if you've been watching me, that I should say, that I see elementals. Someone told me years ago that I was the fairy godmother, and trust me, I'm beginning to believe it, because they're all over my house. And I love them to death, and they're so much fun and joyful. I just want you to know that they're like little spirits that appear. Um, and I have a photo of me when I graduated from high school. And they seem to come out in the evening more than they do for me in the daylight at this moment. You know, unless I'm walking in the forest, I take pictures and I can see them in the trees or whatever. But in my apartment, I see them mostly at night. And what they do is they go on my face, on my photo. And then my eyes start blinking and I smile and then I start talking. And this is a photo. And which leads me to let you know that if you're a new mother, they also go into animals, like stuffed animals. And so when you or anyone that you know just had a baby, you might want to pick up a little stuffed animal. You go through them and feel them, because if there's a spirit in the animal, then you'll know when you feel the animal. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just that spirit that's in it brings so much love and joy to the babies. Now, I used to do this a lot, and it's amazing how they attach themselves to it. But remember, babies are more connected to the spirit world than this world, because they just came here and they have all kinds of memory. So even if they can't talk, they see, they know, they play with their friends. And if you give them a little animal with a spirit in it, they'll attach themselves to that like nobody's business. So that was just something I wanted to share. So anyway, last week, I saw in my apartment a cat, a full-grown cat that was not on the earth plane. So when I see these animals and obviously the elementals, I'm in another dimension. And so this cat was like licking, well, on my floor, but on the floor was milk and I didn't have milk on the floor. So it was very interesting. But it was a full-grown cat that somebody used to own, obviously. And there was a dog there too. What is my point? My point is once collective consciousness awakens, because collectively we keep the planet in a dense reality. Now remember, I'm going to back up. You are your own creator. You create everything you think, everything you see, everything you feel, everything that you believe. So you want to believe and be positive so you can draw more of that to you. So fearing things, you put your energy into what you fear and you increase it even more. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, so you want to be positive, because can you imagine if you yourself are your own creator? You can think and ask and manifest anything like instantly. Can you imagine collectively if every single person on this planet was doing the exact same thing you were doing? Our whole world would change in 2 seconds. I mean, we wouldn't have to wait for anything. So it's important for everyone to awaken, but again, we are not responsible to make people do it. They will come to you when they're ready and question. So no matter where you are or who you're with, always speak your truth. Even if they don't believe you, they don't like it, too bad. Don't fall into, well, I have to be liked by my family, so I'm going to go along with my family. No. If they say something that is not your truth, then share your truth. If they don't like it, it's not your problem. So just speak your truth always. And it doesn't matter what people think. Another thing is that, remember, not everyone in the world is going to accept you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So it doesn't matter. So who needs to accept you but you? You accept yourself. I can't even tell you how empowering that is, or powerful for your soul. Anyway, so at this time, you want to increase your visual and increase and raise your frequency. The only way you can do it is by living your life of positivity. And when things affect you, change it, because you can change it as fast as it affected you. Every time my mood changes to a low mood, I know right away that I've been around negative energy. And bam, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. So powerful. I bring it up in every video. If you're new, you must say this. It gets rid of all negativity, all negative energy, raises your vibration right back up to where it was before a negative thought entered into your mind, or someone spread some negative energy over to your place. Now, human faces appear to be everywhere. In fact, even though I see, so many little cute faces on my flowers that I'd mentioned before, I see human faces too. People that if it was a man or a woman that walked into my room, I would recognize them. Now, this morning I was looking out my window, and I have these, they're houses, but they're not ranch style. They're 3 stories up high. They look like big apartment buildings, but they're not connected. But anyway, they're above the street level, so there's lots of plants. And at night, I can see, the elementals that look human, playing and dancing and singing and partying over there. But this morning, I actually saw a man's face. So that was fun. You know what I'm saying? There's just, so much to do that has nothing to do with anyone. When you focus on yourself and love and harmony, you just become more connected to the outer realms. Like I said, you raise your frequency, and then you can possibly see cats and people, like I do. And I really and truly believe that once we are full-blown awake, the whole planet is awake, then we will get together with all the people that left the planet, all the animals that left the planet, because I see them now as spirits. So I really believe that's going to happen. One amazing thing is last week. Now I want to tell you how I do this. I love, ever since I got introduced to the elementals, which was out in nature, I just take photos all the time because that's how they showed up before I could see them visually. But sometimes when I'm in nature, I don't see them. It's the middle of the afternoon, and so I take a lot of photos. I do like taking photos anyway, but now what I do, which is a lot of fun, it doesn't work for everyone, but it does work for a lot, so you could try this. But you wear sunglasses, you go outside, and the sun has to be in your face. You face the sun, and then you take a selfie. Now, the selfie is for you to look inside the glasses, your shades of your sunglasses, and make it big with the picture. And what I capture is a whole nother dimension. Because I'm out in the forest, and if I see, I don't know, a whole bunch of trees, and then I take a picture of myself and I look inside my glasses, there's bears. There's some kind of animals I've never seen before. There's people. But oh my God, last week, for the first time, there was an alien that showed up in my photo. So I stood by the tree, took a selfie, and there was an alien, there was something underneath, and there was something on the side, and then there was something else that was red that looked like it was a tree, but it wasn't a tree, that was forming into something else. And what's interesting too is hours from now, more stuff will form on my photo. If I look at it the next day, maybe the alien turns into something else, or the alien is there and other things change. So they're always changing right in my picture. It's absolutely magical, amazing, and it's fun. I can't even tell you the things I've captured in my sunglasses. I've captured people sitting in the back seat of my car when there's nobody in the back seat of my car that's on this earth plane, but I've captured people from other dimensions sitting in the back seat of my car. So what is my point? Well, it's fun, it's cool, it's interesting. If you've never done it, I suggest, if you feel like it, to try it. But what does that really tell you? There's people around you all the time. There's animals around you all the time. There's other dimensions around you all the time. If you're not on a higher frequency, you don't see it. But it's here, because I see it all the time. If I could invite you all over and show you my photos, I'd love to do it. But obviously I can't do that. So do it for yourself. And one of my friends does it with me, but she had mentioned that it doesn't work when she's not with me. But I don't know why. I don't know if it's her frequency, if it's her thoughts. I really don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is try it. It could work for you. Another thing I want to mention is I did the videos on the rainbow and the rainbow lights, and how I shared last week about doing the rainbow meditation with White Cloud on Blossom Goodchild's channel. Well, the one that she put out a couple of days ago, I think it was on the 9th, they had mentioned that you can visualize rainbow spheres and visualize those and send that out to the planet, and whoever needs it, it'll just automatically go there. So if you're a light worker, if you're not a light worker, you can still do this, because the rainbow light is coded now, and it's all love energy, powerful love energy. And this rainbow light is coming out of the sun. At night, you'll see it in the clouds, and you can visualize rainbow spheres. And instead of spreading white light over the planet, you want to spread spheres of rainbow light. And that awakens people who are asleep and sends love to them and everyone else. So when you follow the news, you let negativity get you down. You fear anything from your past, your present, and your future. And then you lose the magic that's right here. Because that's what you do to yourself when you fall for that. Just remember when you were a child how much fun it was when you went to the park and you played, you went on the swings, the slides, you know, if you were like a little girl like me, I used to make bracelets and necklaces out of daisies that were, you know, growing in the grass. You just had fun. Maybe you walked around and you caught bugs and put them in a jar, or you ate plants. Like I used to eat some plants. Um, do you know what I'm saying? Because when you were a child, you weren't worrying about paying a mortgage, rent, gas, electric, or cell phone bills, right? You didn't watch the television unless it was a cartoon of some kind. Hopefully, it wasn't too much Disney because those are very negative. But do you know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to do now. That's really the whole point. Be positive. Find things that make you positive. Take selfies out in the sun with your sunglasses on. Connect yourself with the elementals, the magic of the planet. And, you know, don't worry too much about your finances because you can manifest yourself money. You can manifest things in a second. You can manifest anything that you want. That is your birthright. So it's not something that you have to be a good person to get. No, it's your birthright. All you need to do is have a higher frequency to match. You got to have the same vibrational match of that money that you want. And you can have that vibrational match when you stay in positivity. Now, yesterday, a Facebook friend of mine, wanted an answer to a question and asked the universe, this is what I think. If this is true, I want to see a cardinal. And right after he said that, not even 5 minutes had passed, a red cardinal flew over to where he was and started chirping at him. Do you see? That was instant. That was within 5 minutes. Now, money could come that quick if it's coming from someone who gives you a phone call and says it's on its way. But do you see what I'm saying? Use your gifts to get what you need. Use your spiritual tools to get rid of negativity or protect you from other people's negativity. Do you know there's so much out there that's spiritual that helps you? And ask your guides, ask your angels to guide you, to show you, to tell you what you need to do something or what's best for you. They are always with you. I will remind you that this is a free will planet and they will not come and do anything unless you ask. So ask, ask, ask. Get into the habit of asking instead of trying to control it yourself. When you try to take control, then you make a mess out of everything. Seriously, you do. Because it's not about that. It's about letting go, letting God, letting go and trusting, believing, and knowing that good things are here. We have been waiting forever for the change, and we're right in the middle of it. So this is a good thing. There are 5 phases to go through. We're almost out of phase 1. So, you know, health issues disappear when you stay on a high frequency, because health issues are called disease, right? And it's dis-ease, which means you're not at ease with yourself, with your life, with your thoughts. So if you're struggling, change your focus to abundance, as I said, manifest. And know that all is working out for you and nothing bad can happen to you. If you believe it, that's all that matters. Because where your energy goes, where your energy flows, you attract it back to you. So if your energy is focused on manifesting money, then you attract that back to you. If your focus is on negativity and what you fear, then you bring what you fear to you. That's how it works. So, let's see. Really? I covered everything. So remember, be positive, enjoy yourself, know that everything good is coming, focus only on that. Put your blinders on to all things negative. I'm sending you kisses, love, peace, harmony, Reiki, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks for coming. Remember, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Email me if you like. Have a very blessed day. Bye.